pleasant smoke. Hello, beautiful people. How you doing? Hope everyone is doing great. So today is somewhere in a very best place in Addis Ababa, in the capital city of Ethiopia. I'm in a very blessed and holy place in the church of Savior of the World. I'm in Bole Madhamnialem now. And I just love to show you this biggest and the second largest cathedrals of Africa in capital city of Ethiopia, in Addis Ababa, and a particular neighborhoods of Bole. So I just want to take you a tour on this beautiful church, and the outlooks and the structural designs of the church is very amazing, and that's why I think this is the biggest second cathedral in the entire African continent. The number one is in the West Africa, in Ivory Coast. So the second one is here in Ethiopia. So I just want to show you this beautiful church. Look how beautiful is the structure. So, you know, the church was built in 1921 up to 1931. And it's the biggest church in Ethiopia, the first big church, and the second one in Africa. So I'm just going to show you, if I can, I will try to get inside and show you what this big church looks like inside. Then we can find out on this biggest church of what Ethiopia known as Bole Madhamnialem, which is to mean Savior of the World. Look how it's beautiful, guys. Woo. So let's walk around and catch the beauty and these amazing structural designs of the biggest church found in Ethiopia. Look at that. The compound is so huge. Look, the domes of the church. How beautiful this church is, guys. Absolutely astonishing, the structure. You gotta look how something complex is the structure. Wow. The grace of the church is amazing. Gotta look around even. This is actually the more developed neighborhoods of the city known as Bole, where most of big business are ongoing, and this is where this big church of the country is located. So you gotta see. Savior of the World. My goodness. You see how the structure is quite complex. Now let me just put down myself and get the full image of the church. You know, in the Ethiopian Orthodox Tawahado Church, every structural design what you see put on the church has its own spiritual meaning and religious meaning. Everything what you see here has a meaning actually. You see on the top domes of the church there is a cross, and it's very reasonable way they put on the top domes of the church a cross. And you can see there are painters. For example, what we see here in front of us, it's Saint Gabriel. Wow, it's quite amazing church. What you see are the priestess. I think if I can ask them, I don't know if I can ask. Look at being blessed by the priestess here, this ordinary preach. It's quite amazing. Neighborhoods of what the church you see. What you see over there is the green parts of the church.
ከመድኃኒታችን ከኢየሱስ ክርስቶስ ዘንድ ይቅርታንና ምሕረትን ለምኝልን ኃጢአታችንን ይቅር ይለን ዘንድ ለዘላለሙ።
From this view too, the church is still beautiful. You see on the gates of this church, on the door, a girl is kneel down. This is how the people give thanks to their God, the prayers. You see, she's kneel down. She's born for God. It's very beautiful. Or probably you have heard of the world's #1 oldest country and the most spiritually strong country in the world is Ethiopia. And Ethiopia is known for its Orthodox Tawahado religion practice. You know, even if you talk about the history of what the country, you can't separate or push away the history of this big name church. So this is what the church looks like here. You can see. so best to see Ethiopian parishes, dressing a white woven clothes made of cotton, and thus the dressing code of what Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church girls especially should cover their hair, and they have to come with full dress, which is made of a white woven cotton. And that's what we observe here, some of the girls and the women dressing a white clothes. That's the dressing codes of Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, and I like everything here. And the people here, they are very disciplined and very spiritual. Inside the biggest cathedrals of Ethiopia, savor of the world. The design of the inside is very amazing. I don't know if I can speak loud, but what I'm observing here inside is very different and very beautiful. Paints of what? Look at these typical Ethiopian paints on the walls of this cathedral. I think you are observing some smoke, which is a very pleasant smoke, basically used by the church to make this church more pleasant, in smell. And it's a very spiritual smell, smoke actually, which is called in Amharic Etan. The smell is so nice. This is actually the biggest cathedral I have ever seen in Ethiopia, and actually this is the biggest one. Look at that too. Oh my gosh, how big this church is. It's a very big church. You can see. Oh my god. That's a big church, bro. Go out there. Yeah, the biggest one. It's the number one, I think, in Ethiopia, and the second one in Africa, next to the biggest cathedral found in Ivory Coast. This one ranks the second place. You can see, I think, how big this church is. And this, what you see, is the chair for the parishes. And over there, that's the stage where priests stand to give the preach. So here where you see the people, they are put on their shoes, because when you get into the inside of the church you can't put on your shoe. You have to put off, and when you get out you can put on. That's what you see here the people doing actually. This is a rule and regulation in the church that everyone has to respect. What you see here, there's some rites here. Anyone who can understand what this rite is can tell us. It's actually a verse in the Bible. And here there are some crosses. Thank God, Jesus is ቸር ነው። እግዚአብሔርን አመስግኑ ቸር ነውና ምሕረቱ ለዘላለም ናትና። Still a biblical verse. And what we see there, a monumental structure holding cross in his left hand and raising up his right hand. It's the monuments of Jesus Christ on the tops of what? The globe. Because Jesus is the savior of the world. That's I think what I can guess why they just put the monuments of Jesus Christ on the tops of this globe. This is to show that Jesus Christ created the entire world and he is the only ultimate power holder who can save this world. And that's the name of the church actually. Bole Madhamnialem is to mean savior of the world. And here there is a shop where you can buy some church material stuffs, maybe church books, something like that. It's a shop. I love the scenes of what the church, and what I love is still the place is very calm and it's an appropriate place for listening and getting what your inside tells to you. It's the appropriate place. And I always said Ethiopian Orthodox Church is different because it gives you some different feeling when you get into the compounds of this church. It's very calm, so cool. Hello. There are students even in the church. Are they coming maybe for prayer or there is school inside the church? So I'm heading out to the gates of the church. Hello. There's school here? You're learning inside the church? Okay. They say there's even a modern education school here where students can attend their lesson. What's the name of the school you are learning here? All right. So you see how green is the ways that takes you to the church. So the student heading to the church, I think, for prayer. And people sit here, you know, so green, nice for sitting, taking some rest. Oh, it's a beautiful place. Here there are lots of birds, you can see it. Birds is here. A lot of birds are here. Catching the grain. Yeah, this is inside the church. Got this beautiful birds. Very beautiful. See this one? Lot of birds. So this is more or less what this church looks like inside, and the surrounding around inside the compounds of this Savior of the World Bole Madhamnialem church in Bole in Addis Ababa. And I'm heading out, showing you what the insides of what the church looks like. See you next time by another video. Till that, stay safe.